And I'm your host, Data Migliore. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. Let's take a moment to center our energy. Just take a moment, see where you're tense in your body, in your shoulders or your jaw. Let that tension go and take a deep breath in. And a slow exhale out. So thank you for being here today. Thank you for spending your time and energy here with me. I really do appreciate it. Today I want to talk about how being truthful can backfire on your manifestations. Now, obviously, I'm not telling you should be lying or anything like that. So let me just get that out of the way right now, because I'm not a fan of lying at all. But let's just say I'm a really honest person, and I always had trouble with lying. Like, I was never a good liar. It made me feel horrible. I didn't like lying. I didn't like the way it made me feel. I was all in my head about it. Like, I just was not a good liar. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because that same trait I held really fucked up my energy when it came to manifesting. So let me explain. Because in my gestation period, because all manifestations have a gestation period, I was in an energy that if somebody asked me like how things were going, I would ruin my energy and fuck up my energy because I would be honest with my emotions. And sometimes my emotions were like, I don't know, I'm not sure. And so I would reiterate all these things. It's not here yet. I'm working on it. It's really hard though. It hasn't happened yet. Like, I would just be honest and truthful. Now, when I did that, unfortunately, I was being honest, but it ruined my vibration. It stopped my attraction in the tracks. So what I'm trying to say here is be more cautious, be more careful when it comes to talking about the truth of where you're at with your manifestation. Okay, and maybe to you don't call it manifestation. Maybe it's a job you're trying to get. Maybe it's a house you're trying to have. Maybe it's a certain experience you're trying to live out. Everything is a manifestation. So that thing that you're going towards, it's not here yet. And sometimes when other people ask you about how your life is going and how things are playing out, you tell the truth. And the truth has a vibration that is holding you from your manifestation. So, kind of ruined my shit. It held me back for a long time. And it's like, okay, so what do I say? It's so much easier when you're already in the vortex and someone speaks to you and you're not allowing their misalignment or their judgment and beliefs to zap you out of the vortex. You stay grounded in your energy. So for those of you who don't know what the vortex is, it is a vibrational state of being that holds all your dreams and everything that you've created in the quantum field of energy, because everything is energy. Okay, and it's all waiting for you to be known in the now with what you perceive, believe, and every ounce of your energy and vibration that you emit will track that back to you. And it begins with that heart and brain coherence and all of that, okay? But it can get really messed up when we look at our now and we calculate our now, because our now is clearly not the vibration or the frequency we need to be on. So what do you do, right? What do you do when you're in that energy or you don't know how to respond? Everything is working out, all is going well. Be very general. Say statements that you know will flow in alignment with your inner being, and stop being so truthful about where you exactly are. Okay? And absolutely, times are going to happen where you want to stress that, where you want to explain to somebody, you want to feel heard and known about what you are going through. I get it completely. But just be wary of that and how much you're doing that and where your dominant energy and focus is to things. Because I'm telling you, this is one of the things that I overlooked for so long. It was something that was holding me back extremely, but I didn't realize. I just thought I was going about it the right way by being completely honest. Like, I couldn't just tell it like I wanted it to be. I felt like I had to tell it like it is. You got to tell it like it is. You got to face reality. You got to be truthful about your situation. Yes, 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 and yes. But when you're a conscious creator of reality and you know that doing that is really fucking up you getting the reality you want, why would you continue to do that? So yeah, absolutely be truthful in your relationships and go about life feeling good about the decisions that you are making, but just be aware of where that energy goes when you feel like you need to be very truthful about how you're not there yet. Let's just cut that out. Let's just be more general. Let's just have some more ease and flow when we speak about where we are. Let's talk more of that we are already there. Let's build that experience. You know, for the longest time, sometimes I thought it was kind of draining and exhausting when you had to meet people for the first time. You're always going to get those questions like, who are you? What do you do? Right? And then people are kind of placing judgment, not really wanting to, but we're all secretly kind of categorizing things and the subjects, what they mean to us, right? So I always kind of found that exhausting. But then when I was a really conscious creator, I found that exciting because now was a time that I could relive a story and tell a good story and tell that story that I wanted to be active within me and really want to attract. It was a great experience. So if you're ever in that experience where you have to go somewhere and there's going to be people and you're like kind of feeling like, I don't want to tell like my life story of what it is, tell the story you want. Live in that new story. Help that energize you. That'll create great momentum for you. The thing is, if you're going to feel dumb by doing it, if you're going to feel stupid, if you're going to think that it's not the right thing to do, then it's not good for you because your energy's not going to be in it, right? You want it to be that playful energy, that childlike energy, that like skipping to my Lou, my darling energy. Okay, you feel me? So try that the next time. And somebody that talks to you every single day knows who you are, you know, you can still do it with them, but understand that they'll be like, well, that's not what the attitude she was having about it yesterday. And that's okay. Because it's all about recognizing our patterns, a vibration and our frequency that is not serving us. And it all begins there. So noticing that is just like a hell yes moment. Is a great moment for you being a conscious creator. If you're listening to this podcast right now, that's because you attracted it. Okay, you're an amazing manifester. Because even if you're getting things you don't want, you're manifesting that. By your attention, by your focus, by your energy, you're doing it, right? But if you don't like what it is, we just got to change the frequency, change the vibration. And so that's why I dedicated so many years to understanding energy. And I don't just want to know the knowledge behind it and the scientific fact behind it. I want to know how to actually do it. How can I change the energy in my body? Okay, because when you're working on changing just your analytical mind and trying to work with your subconscious, it really benefits when you also know how to align the energy in your body. When you leverage the power of lining the energy in your body along with doing all the other things that manifestation asks for, like having the proper perceptions and the beliefs that are in alignment with what you want. And then you could start radiating your frequency to attract that in. Much more powerful when you combine the two. And that's why I created the Spirit Ascension method. It is intertwining those two worlds about the laws of the universe and not teaching you on them. That knowledge is everywhere. It's getting you to take the step to apply the change you need to change the energy in your body. And then bonus leverage, let's now change the energy in our chakras and align the energy in our body. Boom, boom equals manifestation. Want to know more? Make sure you check the links below. Reach out to me. This is here for you. There's definitely promos going on from now until the end of the year. So you want to save your money, but you want to make sure you learn this method, apply this method. You can learn it easily within 30 days. Start changing your life after that point when you begin applying the Spirit Ascension method. Okay. But again, back to being so truthful about things. So whether it's to do with love, attracting money, because those are the two number one things I hear from you guys of what it is you're looking to attract. For me, it was internal peace. I was really disturbed internally, and I just wanted to get to a place where I really loved myself, where I really appreciated my life. And I was able to do that. And then my whole exterior of my life changed. I kept getting this calling to quit my job. I'm like, wow, I can't quit this job. It pays X amount of dollars a year. How will I survive without it? But something was calling me. Something was calling me, telling me I had a greater path. And then all these other beliefs came up that were blocking me on taking action from that calling. So I had to learn what those were. I had to learn to align with my energy. When I started doing all these things, my life completely changed. You absolutely can do it too. Step by step, it's all here for you. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Okay? And I remember along my journey, kicking myself and shooting myself in the foot, Abraham Hicks would say, which means that you're really messing up your vibration. You're shooting yourself in the foot. Because I would be so honest. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have quit my job. Maybe I'm not meant to do this. This is really hard, because I was facing all of the things that wanted to keep me where I was. So these things, these limiting beliefs popped up to keep me where I was. The paradigm I had, my subconscious programming I had, was keeping me in a reality. So in order to break through that reality, I had to break through those barriers set up, and I had to change them. And that takes uncomfortability. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That is like, I agree with that statement 100%. That is what you need to do. Make that your new mantra if you want. And stop being so honest about where you are. Be like, I'm gonna make it. I'm in the process. Everything's working out for me. I'm leveraging the power of the universe. Let's say things that are general, that when we say them, our inner being will agree with them, which means our indication of our emotion goes to a positive emotion. We feel good. Okay? Because remember, you have that internal guidance system. This is the number one thing I use to keep me in check. You got to check your energy before you wreck your energy. How do I check my energy? I ask myself how I'm feeling, because my emotion is my indicator every single time. You can't get lost with this creation. You have the compass internally. You can't lose it. You just have to have awareness to use it. And slowing down your mind, taking a pause from the exterior of the 3D can really help you gain that awareness. And what helps with that? Meditation. Every single time. Meditation can be hard sometimes because you built it up as a belief in your mind it needs to be this thing. And now you gotta invest time on this thing. And you have to do it right, or you're not doing it enough or correctly, so it's not worth your time. And all this bad energy wrapped around what's going to try to help you. You're doing the complete opposite. Just right now, take a moment. Ask yourself where you are, how you feel, where are your thoughts. Listen to your breathing. Listen to your breathing. Thought pops up, okay, it's a thought. What was it, good or bad? It was bad. Do I want that? No. Focus on something else. My breathing. Or focusing on appreciation is a game changer when you do it for not external things to happen, when you just do it to feel the gratefulness of everything. It is so powerful. So gratitude's your best friend. Your emotions are your guide. What else do you want? Not to be so truthful about your situation, because you're shooting yourself in the foot. Yes, be honest about the ones you love. Live an honest life. Do good. Be good. But sometimes you don't have to be super descriptive of every little single detail of your now, and you could be giving a positive evaluation of your step forward when you speak on your now. I hope you followed that. I sure did. Now, tuned in, tapped in, turned on is another term by Abraham Hicks, which I love, because when you're in that energy, when you're in that vortex energy to attract everything you want, Bob Proctor calls it paradigm, Abraham Hicks calls it the vortex, and Joe Dispenza calls it the quantum field. They all mean the same thing, okay? And it's getting to this energy and frequency. And it doesn't have to be this difficult thing, especially when you know the step-by-step method to do it. And again, just checking in with your energy. The moment I realized all I had to do was go inward, face those things that I didn't want to face, change the beliefs that I knew were holding me back once I realized what they were, and started learning to work with my energy, and then everything changed. I was like, all I want to do is help you do it too. because I know what it's like to want something and not feel good enough to have it, not feel smart enough to have it, not feel like you're not meant to have this, and your life, you're supposed to settle for yada, yada, yada. I know what that's like. You don't need to continue to be there. Own your power is what I'm saying. When you get a little taste of that, it feels really good. And that helps give you momentum. And momentum is strength in manifesting. Momentum is power in manifesting. Think about a muscle, two muscles compared, one's bigger than the other because the other one's been worked more, right? And so when you build that, it's like the same thing. It's stronger, it's more powerful. And a lot of us have this strength in things that we don't want to have strength in when it comes to manifestation, what we're attracting to our life. We want to learn to change that. You want to learn to change that. That's why you're here listening to this. That's why you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, wherever you found me from. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate you. We manifested each other. I'm so happy you're here. It is time to just let yourself be who you are, who you came here to be. And remember, yes, okay, there's responsibilities. I got to pay bills. I got to do all these things. Yes, 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 yes. But take time to realize the energetic being in you, the spiritual being in you, that non-physical part in you, and build that relationship. Because that's the eternal relationship. That's the forever relationship. And when you align that relationship, all other relationships come into alignment in your life. It's when we allow the disconnection from something happening in the world, something that happened to us in the past, something that happened to us from so-and-so, and this happened and that. And we hold that takes away from our alignment. That takes away from our connection. Now that gives us an experience that doesn't feel so fucking good. Does not. You have the power to change it. You are so powerful. You are so powerful you can live the rest of your life in that energy. Or you can learn to recognize your power, take the wheel back, take the direction back of your power, and use it to live out something you want. Because why else are we here? Why else are we here? Remember, with these podcasts, please take what resonates with you and leave what does not. If I've said something that doesn't agree with you, I do apologize. You can definitely bring it to my attention. I'd love to know. But love, kind, and respect here. That's the community I'm trying to build. We're here to support each other's dreams. And when we do that, that amplifies the energy. That gives more momentum. That gives more power. So be a part of the community. Come drop in. Make sure you follow on social media. Share with me your future positive outcome story of what it is you want to manifest. Don't tell me about where you are now. Unless you want to, because I'm all for that too. But we know what that does. Telling about where you are now just amplifies your now. So keep telling that story or change your story. But how do you change the story to feel good about the story? Now that I'm telling this fake story, and then you're not amplifying the right energy, and it's a waste of your time. Also, I explain everything, all of that, in the Spirit Ascension method. It is the best method I use every time I find myself in a place I don't want to be, because that's going to happen. You are always motion moving forward. There's always going to be something more that you want to create, because you are a creator. And so when you think it's this, I'm going to get this next thing and my life's going to be amazing, it is. And then there's a moment's going to pass, and then there's going to be something else you're going to want to create, and then you're on the journey again. So that's why they say enjoy the journey, because you are endlessly in this journey, okay? But let's get some wins, let's manifest the things that you want, because life is too short. See, that's another disbelief too I can really work on. I shouldn't really say that, because it is eternal. And I'm really happy that I picked this, character, I guess. This me is a manifestation of my non-physical being, right? So if you're enjoying that, I appreciate it. I'd love to get to know you more. Make sure you reach out to me. And remember, you don't have to be so truthful about where you are exactly right now, because you're going to give the energy and give the story of the energy that you want to be in. That's what we should be really focused on is turning our attention and pointing our direction to the things that we want to manifest. If I just woke up every day and been like, I quit my job for nothing, I'm not going to get what I want, this is really hard, and that's all I face, how hard it is, because it is hard. It wasn't fucking easy, or everyone would fucking do it, right? It's hard. And I decided to do it. If something you want out there, you can do it. The power is already within you. You just gotta learn to turn it on. If something resonated with you in this video, I would love to hear about it. So make sure you comment and like this video below. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. And remember, there's 1,000,001 resources I have for you below this video. Make sure to check out the Spirit Ascension Method. Grab the Ascension Workbook. It's absolutely free. All things higher consciousness streaming on Gaia TV. You can grab your free trial below. I am here for you if you have any questions. Until next episode.
Did you like this episode? If so, make sure to subscribe to the podcast. Are you an expert at creating your own reality? Do you have a story to tell that drastically changed your life? If so, message me at Dream Creation Podcast on Instagram, and don't forget to leave a review.